So I've been collecting comic books for almost 20 years, and I'm about to send off my very first books to CGC to be graded. Thank you for tuning in. I am the Dude Without Fear, and if you're already a member of the Crew Without Fear, I appreciate you watching. If not, I appreciate you tuning in. If you'd like to join the Crew Without Fear, all you got to do is real easy. Just hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up, and be sure to hit that notification bell. So, yeah, I like raw comic books. I like to read the comic books that I buy, and if I have a book graded and slabbed, which is, permanently encased in that slab, I can't just open it up anytime I want and read it. So, there are a few books that I would like to have sent off to CGC to have them graded. Mainly because I want to sell these books. And since this is my first time ever in almost 20 years of buying comic books that I will be submitting something to CGC to be graded, I'm also going to submit a book just for my own personal collection because this is the first time I'm ever doing this, so I want to remember it. You know what I mean? What I want to do is, if you're a normal viewer, then this is cool. Then you're going to see, the books that I'm going to send off to have graded. If you're tuning into this video because you want to know what it's like to submit books to CGC, then stay tuned, because I'm going to show you that full process, because I had a lot of questions myself, and I figured, why not make a video to help people along this process when it's also their first time doing it, so you will learn from my experiences. Okay, now the Crew Without Fear will remember me talking about having some books pressed by a dude at a mini convention that we had not long ago. So I'm going to show you guys the books that I had pressed, and then I'm going to send out to be graded. Most of them I'm going to sell. That's the intention. That's the reason I'm grading them. Only planning on keeping one of them. So these books are The Invincible Iron Man #7, which is the first appearance of Riri Williams. And this is one that I'm selling because I don't like that character at all. And I'd rather have the money right now. So then Invincible Iron Man #9, which is the first appearance of Riri Williams in armor. And the one I'm keeping is the Immortal Hulk #1. This copy has never been read. It is the only issue out of this series that I've got, because I really just love this cover because it's an homage cover. So this bad boy's staying with me. So the other one that I had pressed was Thor #5, which is the first appearance of the Black Winter. And I was going to send that off to be graded as well. However, there's been a lot of people do the same thing. They had the same idea. And so there's a lot of them on the market right now. So I'm just going to hold on to it for a little bit. Instead, I'm going to send off this book to have graded that I honestly, I just ordered it probably earlier this year, probably before the quarantine and all that. And it is a newsstand copy of Amazing Spider-Man 365 with this holographic cover on it. And these newsstand copies in a 9.8, one of those sold for $1,200. So I'm hoping that that's a 9.8, because if it is, I'm going to sell that puppy. All right, so those are the books that I'm submitting to be graded. If you're here to see what that process is, then stay tuned. So why did I choose CGC over CBCS or PGX or any of the other grading services? Well, because the main reason is that I plan on selling these books, except for one of them. And with graded books, the market is just better for CGC. People trust CGC more. They're established. They're viewed at in the industry as the standard, right? And so, like, even though I like CBCS's presentation, and there's a dude locally that submits stuff for CBCS, I decided to go with CGC because I am more likely to sell my book and sell it for the amount that I want for it with CGC. So when I went to go submit these books, you know, normally when you submit a comic to be graded, you have to you can either do it at a convention, which during the pandemic of 2020, the coronavirus, there's no conventions going on. You can submit it through a local comic shop if they're an authorized dealer for one of the grading services. Or you can just sign up and buy a membership and do it yourself. And that's actually what I wound up doing, because I'm very particular about my books. I'm usually the only person that ever handles my books. And so if I have to go take my books to a comic shop owner that I may or may not trust and give them my book and then have it sent off and graded, you know, that's changing hands a few times. They're responsible for packaging it up and all this stuff. And, you know, I'm not keen on that. And I have some trust issues with that. And I would just rather submit it myself. And so let's take a look at CGC's website to kind of get an idea of what their membership fees cost and what the benefits are. And here we have the CGC website. So we're just going to click on join. And it's going to show you the levels of membership that they have: associate, premium, and elite. They each have their own benefits. You get a certain percentage off your submission for grading, 5%, 10%, or 15%. All of them have a lot of the same features. If you get the small shipping kit for free. For the basic, for the other two, you get a free large shipping kit. If you notice, the premium plan is $149. And the cool thing is that comes with a credit of $150 for CGC. So, I mean, it kind of pretty much just pays for itself, which is pretty sweet. So for my purposes, I just went with the basic $25 membership, because I'm not planning on submitting a lot of books. And while the, $150 credit is nice, I don't want to necessarily drop 150 bones just on that. So I went with the basic membership. And so what's cool is when you sign up, depending on what tier you get, they send you kind of like a first shipment package. So since I got the basic one, they sent me the small package. And so it took about 2 weeks to get here, but I've got it. And so I wanted to share with you what's in it. So first thing, when you open it up, it's another box within a box. And inside this box is a layer of bubble wrap. Okay, then inside this box that says Fragile on it. Must be Italian. It's got all sorts of goodies in it. And if you can see, more bubble wrap. So on top is this little sheet. It says, welcome to your CGC small ship kit. And it has what your kit includes in it. And then on the back, it has instructions on how to pack up your books. It also comes with this CGC ink pen. Comes with a bubble bag, a 9.8 sticker or decal, which is pretty cool. Put that on my mini fridge. Another bubble wrap envelope or bag, and then more bubble wrap. And then this says raw books inside. So inside here, which this is just a kind of a large Gemini mailer, they sent me 10 Silver Age comic bags and Silver Age boards, so that I can just put my comics in there and then put them in here and then ship them out. So before we get into packaging the books, because I'm going to show you how to do that too, so that you're not, guessing or anything, so that you've got a full understanding of this process before you decide if you want to do it or not. I'm going to show you how to submit a book. Now, when you sign up, it's pretty easy. You just click the join now. You fill out your personal information. Bada bing, bada boom, you're done. Now, when you submit the form, I'm going to show you how that's done. Now, I apologize if it doesn't look exactly the same as it will for you. I do not have a computer at this point in time, so I literally do everything on my phone. So what you're seeing is what I'm seeing on my phone. So if you don't see a lot of the page, that's why. All right, so once you go to submission form, you're going to have a drop down to select your comic or magazine, whatever you're sending in. And then this is your options to send it in. I'm doing mail into headquarters, as we discussed earlier. So you're going to select that. And then below that, it shows all the services that CGC and their companies offer. Grading, pressing, restoration, removal, quick press, all this stuff. I already got mine pressed, so I'm going to do grading. So then you're going to go to the comic form. Quantity is 1 unless you're sending multiples. Then you're going to select the title. It's Amazing Spider-Man. So you're going to select it from the drop down as it auto-populates on you. Then you got to select the publisher, which is Marvel Comics. And then we got to do issue number 365. And this, a lot of this stuff's pretty, you just follow through, follow the instructions, answer the questions. Issue date, thanks to my CLZ app, I know that it came out August of 1992. Sure, a quick Google search could tell you as well. Variant is optional, but I went ahead and I'm going to put in a newsstand because it is a newsstand copy. And then country of production, USA, United States of America, greatest country in the world. Now, declared value. All right, this is what I had the biggest question about, and I had to do a lot of research to figure out what I put here. And when you click the question mark, it says enter your best estimate of your collectible's fair market value. So what that is how much your book is worth in your hand right now. So it's not how much it's going to be worth after it's graded, anything like that. It's how much do you think it's worth right now. So I'm going to put $35 on mine because that's how much that it's been going for. And so I'm listing it for $35. And what that's for, that's really for their insurance purposes. And it's also to help determine the tier that it's going to get in, which we see here. Here's all the different tiers that they have. If you're in Florida and you want to walk it through, same business day, you can pay $142.50 and get that done. But since mine fits the modern tier, because it's valued at less than $200, and it's from the 1975 till today, in that time frame, that's what I'm going with. And you can see that costs $19 to have graded. So I'm going to select the modern tier. I could fast track it for $9.50, but I'm not going to do that. 30 business days is fine with me. And then we've added it to our cart. So I've got one comic in the cart. After that, you've just got your return shipping address that you got to fill out. Just put your home address or wherever you want your comic shipped to, because this is where CGC is going to send them back to you at. The last step before you pay is how you want them to ship it back to you once they've graded it. Do you want FedEx, UPS, or USPS? As you can see, FedEx and UPS are much cheaper than USPS, literally half the cost. But USPS also includes insurance for how much value you feel your books are worth. Let's go ahead and package up my books, and I'll show you that process. All right, so what you want to do, you got your packing instructions here, so it's cool that comes with them. But you want to list your books in order of how they're listed on the invoice, and I'll show you here how they're listed on the invoice. So that's how they want it to be listed. That's how they want them stacked. So you're going to take your books, you're going to put them in one of these little envelopes. You're going to put your invoice in on top of it. And you're going to fold this over. You're going to tape this closed. All right. Now you're going to take your comic mailer here. You're going to put this inside here. You're going to tape this up. All right, now you're going to take the other box, the slightly larger box, and you're going to, well, we're going to set that aside for a second. I'm going to take this bubble wrap, and we're going to wrap the books around the bubble wrap, and then I'm actually going to use this other sheet of bubble wrap. I'm going to wrap them this way too. so that they're really in there. They're really not gonna have any way to be damaged. And then you put them in and you tape it up and you ship it like the Italians do. And there you have it. We're finished. I showed you what packages CGC offers for membership. I showed you how to submit comics on their website to be graded. And I even showed you how to package the books to ship them out to CGC. So now the only thing we do is wait a month or so for my books to come back. So I hope that you'll come back and watch that video to see what grades I got. And if you like this video and if this was helpful to some of you out there, please give me that thumbs up. And if you like comic books and like people talking about collecting comics and characters and things like that, hit that subscription button and join the crew without fear. And I just appreciate everybody watching. Thank you so much. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. As always, be excellent to each other and take it easy.